Hi everyone, welcome back. I promised I'd do a live stream for part of this project. Remember the bookbinding project that we've been working on in the videos? Well, today I'm going to be adding a bit of colour to the cover of the book, and that'll be the final step, I think. I hope. So I thought I'd have a live stream so you can see in real time how long it takes me to paint stuff, and we can just chat along as you want. So how's everyone doing? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to mix up my colours. I want to make I'm trying to make a pale peachy apricot-y orangey colour by mixing red and yellow together. Right now it's a bit bright. I think there's definitely too much red in there. So we're going to have to add some white, I think. There it is. You can see one of the junior Nessies has been in here. My other white paint is missing. Luckily I had more than one tube of it. So we're blending the colours. I'm still mulling through what project to do next. There's quite a few that I'd really like to have a go at. Some of them will require supplies and equipment. Bristle coming out of my brush. That happens with cheaper brushes. And some of the ideas I've got, I can start work on pretty quick. Okay, so I'm just trying to get rid of the, oh no, still not happy with the colour. Okay, into a touch more yellow, just a touch, and maybe some more white. It's a pretty wet and miserable day again today. We've had storms raging up and down the country at the moment. So the internet here might be a little sketchier than normal. Okay, mixing the colours. I don't know if you can really see the colour quite that I'm working on. It's getting a bit closer to what I pictured in my head. And once I start dry brushing it out, it should look fine. But in the meantime, I'm going to get rid of the excess on the brush. There is so much paint on this brush. Right. So because it's paper mache on the cover of this book, I'm going to just about dry brush the whole thing. I don't want it to get all wet again because it takes a while to dry and then you have to press it out. And I want a very subtle colouring for most of the cover. I want to put most of the focus onto the peacock feather. So it's, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to make it kind of patchy looking, and then I want to put like different colour blobs in it. That will make more sense as I go along. I just want to like blend different colours. I decided I'm not going to go around the inside edge. I'm just going to leave that white. That's something I might explore in another project. Another benefit to dry brushing is it's drier faster and you can work on it. Oops. Just kind of blending out the edges of each patch if I can. There we go. Oh. If you guys have any suggestions of what sort of projects you'd like to see me attempt, put them up in the comments below. I'm happy to take a look at them. No guarantees I'll do it, but definitely happy to take a look. If you look at the playlists on my channel for creative juices, you'll see a lot of the ideas that I've had a look at and I've checked out on YouTube. There's plenty more than that, but that'll give you an idea of the kind of stuff I look at. There's a lot of painting, there's a lot of miniature building. Well, making things with your hands, it really satisfies me. Dog here, thank you, dog, for sharing. Do I want to make this patchy or do I want to just keep it? I don't know. I've got a lot of that colour to use up. I'll just blend it and add some colour over the top. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, yet again, making it up as I go along. Another benefit I might mention to dry brushing is I get to keep a lot of the texture that's in the paper mache. It stays visible. Which is really good. I mean, I'm quite a tactile person, so I enjoy things that feel different. But also like visually seeing that texture as well. Yeah, no, it's looking better. Better already. So I'm using kind of an old rough brush for this. I don't want to damage any of my good brushes, which are a bit softer. Plus with a rougher brush with coarser bristles, you can get over the texture better. Definitely have way more paint than I'm ever going to need. Once I'm finished all this and it's dried, I'm going to brush an iridescent medium over the top of it, and then I'll give it like a almost metallic pearly sort of sheen. It's really, really pretty. It doesn't show up that well on camera though, unfortunately. Oh, see, it's lifting there because of moisture. Brush off the extra. Oh, I'm not really good at keeping this on camera, am I? Let's be careful coming around the feather. I don't want to get too much of the orange on the feather. I mean, I'll be painting over it, but I don't want to muddy up the colours that I want to put on the feather itself. Oh, it's just about dry already on the back. Brilliant. That makes life easier. Oh, you can't really see it on camera. I'm just getting the edge of the cover, like so. Here's someone out in the street with a very noisy car driving around. Pretty sure I can guess who it is too. It's one of the things about living in a small town is you get to know people by the sound of their vehicle. Okay. Make sure I get all the edges now. Try not to do too much on the inside of the book. Because like I said, I didn't want to do that. Quick touch up around the neck. Quick touch up around the edges. Okay. Oh, one of my cameras frozen. Okay, dokie. There we go. Slowly unfreezing. Okay, so what we're left now is with this. So there's already kind of a patchy, mottly effect, but I'm going to add other colour to it once it's dry. Clean my brush out. That's better. I want to change brushes for the feather. Now I'm going to have to go by memory a little bit, trying to remember the colours of a peacock feather. Can faintly see the marks where the eye of the feather is on the shapes of the colours. So if that's that purpley black, then that's the blue, then that's the green, and that'll be the goldy, and then that's all the darker greeny schmutzy stuff. I think I might start with the lightest colours and work my way out. Right. So I brought some gold paint, and that was not it. Yes. It's a brand new tube. Get the little dirty tab out of it. Just need a tiny bit. If there was more texture on the feather itself, then I would dry brush that, the whole thing with the gold. Missing my brush. Wish me luck. I don't stuff this up. Oh, I can hardly see it. Sorry, I keep lifting it up like this so you can't really see it on the camera. I'm just trying to find the lines that are so cleverly covered up with the paper mache. Okay, I think I found them. Now this is not going to be perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination. Often my crafts aren't perfect. You do it until you're happy with it. Right. So that's the gold. Now, pardon me, goodness, where did that come from? Tiny touch of green. I'm only needing the smallest amount of each colour, so trying to limit myself and not make a big mess. Mix the gold with the green because I want that shimmery greeny goldy colour. And already going to have way more than I planned. Oh no, it's making something pretty. Okay. Alrighty. Again, looking for the lines. Make sure it's a bit more defined and solid now. When I think of peacock feathers, I think of like beautiful jewel tones, vibrant colours. Okay. You can see. I'm tempted, very, very tempted to go over the rest of the outside part in the green and then texture it with a bit of black. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Let's rest that green back into the pile. Blend, blend, blend. Just heard one of our sheep outside. I swear it was talking. Sometimes they can make funny bar noises and it sounds like they're talking. I have to be careful when I come around the edges. I do not want to go and F all my hard work up. Okay, the sheep have learned to talk and Mr. Nessie is outside talking to them. I hope it's Mr. Nessie. Definitely Mr. Nessie. I can hear him making a racket out there. It's not one for being quiet, that man. At least you always kind of know where he is. Ah. Oh, hey, Eliza. Good to see you. I might have to go in with a fine brush later and touch up the orange amongst these guys just to define them a bit better. Just try to very, very lightly go over these raised bits where the edges of the feather are. Just trying to catch them in relief. Yep. A little bit tricky on that side. I'll come back over here. That should be a little bit better. Right, slowly starting to pick them up a bit better. Sure, this is riveting entertainment. And random notifications popping up. Okay. I've got to keep reminding myself I don't have to get these parts too perfect because I'm going over with another colour at some point. But the perfectionist in me just wants to keep going until I get it right. I'm sure many people can relate to that sort of internal struggle. It sounds like one of my chickens has laid an egg again. All right. Walking away from that colour. Clean my brush. Oh, hey, Titan. Oh, thank you, guys. Right. I'm going to go back with the orange and try and get in these gaps a little bit. Oh, no, no, too much paint. A little better. You like my calmness, hey, Eliza? Well, this is my happy space. You know, it's where I come to have a bit of peace and to concentrate on the things I really enjoy doing that also calm my mind. And outside, I created a little rock garden with the fish pond, which I call my Zen garden. So if I need somewhere to quiet to meditate, this is probably it. Come and chill and just focus one thing at a time. I'm trying to pick up the tiniest bits of paint. That's looking a bit better. Yeah, we have peacocks here, Tyson. Not personally here on the property, but yeah, we have them here. I don't know if you'd even be able to send them over. Interesting. I'd like some peacocks, but they do fly, so I'd have to clip their wings because I wouldn't want unhappy neighbours with peacock poop all over their houses. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Haven't seen you for ages, mate. Can't sit still for more than 10 minutes, Eliza. It takes practice. It definitely takes practice. Right, now we want the blue. Got some ultramarine blue. Wait. Might mix the ultramarine with a turquoise because I want something in between them. See if I can do it. Ooh, just about perfect. Yes. I can believe the peacocks would make good pets. We had geese a few years back at another property, and they honked and created a ruckus when people turned up. Hell of a lot more than the dog did. In fact, people were absolutely terrified of them, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, I was the only person they were attacked. Again, picking it up so I can follow the faint lines. There we go. I feel like I want to hold my breath while I'm doing this. Oh. Steady. Steady. It's about now I start getting a little bit paranoid that I'm going to have what I nicknamed a hand spaz, where your hand shakes suddenly and then everything goes all over the space. Still don't know entirely what I'm going to be doing with this notebook once it's finished, but I don't know. I guess it'll come to me. This doesn't look right. Why doesn't it look right? Might be the shape. Not loving it. Huh. I might like it better once I put the luminescent medium over it. Yeah, book cover. I made the book, Tyson. The whole book. Get on one camera, Phineas. Yep, I made the pages, coloured. Oh, me and cameras, man. Made the pages, stitched them all together, bound them, made the book. No. Right. What? Whoop. Purple and the tiniest bit of black, because black's such a strong colour. And of course I have way too much. No surprises there. Okay. I'm trying to make a purpley blue-black colour. That's why I didn't bother washing my brush. Oh, I need to get some better daylight. Swap a little bit more black in there. Try it out over here. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Okay. Oh, work been keeping you too busy, Tyson? once you manage to get some time off work, you've got a lot of YouTube to catch up on then, Mo. Extreme concentration. Shaun the sheep. Nothing wrong with loving Shaun the sheep, Eliza. Okay, so back to this green part. Now, on a natural feather, it's a complicated sort of colorway. It's got gold in it. It's got olive green, kind of a black. It's going to be a tricky one. Smear of black again. Okay. But it's such delicate. Blend. I'm afraid of going too far on it. This is the tricky bits. And it's so subtle, it might not even show up on screen very well. There we go. That spot's looking all right. If we can get the rest of it, I'll be a bit happier. That's coming to life. Yes, now I'm getting happy with it. Well, Liza, if I had a feather, I probably would have done that. But considering when I started this, we were in lockdown again. Well, not now, but we were temporarily. There was no way I could access a peacock feather. Quite possible a gentleman farmer who lives just outside of town, he breeds rare breed chickens and birds for shows. And I have a strong suspicion that he has peacocks, so I could have got one from him, but of course we weren't allowed out, so there we go. It's definitely looking better now. Definitely happy. Although we'll need just a touch of gold over the top of that as well. Well, it's not realistic and it's not lifelike looking, but you know what it is. It works. Getting a bit pleased with myself now. Coming off my brush. Bring back the gold. Where are we going to stick you? Actually, wipe this out. Pop you in there. And I'll wipe the blue out because I've got enough of that on. And I'm going to need another cubby hole doodaddy thing that they are. Oh, this one up here. Yeah, baby. Oh, too much. Tell you what, eased off. I was at the craft store buying the gold paints. At one point, I was contemplating using a gold coloured nail polish that I had just to try and get these highlights. That would have been interesting. There we go. Right. It shows up with the highlights. Doesn't really. Not on camera anyway, but in the lights you can see just that faintest hint of gold glinting. Yeah, it's all beautifully dry. It's drying. What I'm going to use next, and this will be probably the last step, is I'm going to brush it with this stuff. It's get on camera. It's an iridescent medium. It makes everything look like it's metallic or pearlized finish. I started off wanting to buy some metallic paints, but poop, it's liquid as anything. But they didn't have all the colours I wanted. And then I saw this stuff. I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. That'll work. But it's really liquidy. You can add it, use it different ways. You can paint it on top of your paint. You can paint it underneath your paint. You can mix it in with your paint. It does dilute the paint a bit and soften the colour. So I've been experimenting for a few days on it. I can get see all the little swatches. I tried it all the different ways and trying to see what effect I like. And basically, some colours worked well with it in the paint. Some colours did not. It changed the colour in a bad way. But it looks right on top, and it looks right if you paint on top of it. So I'm just going to brush it all on top. We're taking orders. Oh, I could. I could take orders, but postage to the States, postage anywhere around the world basically it's pretty horrendous, you know, so that would be make it a very, very expensive thing. Okay, so I'm going to start off with brushing over the peacock feather. So I've already got the metallic effect from the gold, but this is going to make the green and the blue and that purple black that I made really get that lovely shimmer. And you only need the thinnest coat of it too, which is great, because being paper mache, you don't want it getting all wet again. Right, now we're going to go over the orange too, I think. Give it that luxe kind of feel. Right, so anybody who's watching this, and if you haven't watched the rest of the series, like you, Titan, I'm watching you. Check out the rest of the series. It's the bookbinding series. It goes through, this is the 4th video in that series. And it goes through the process of how to make your own little notebook. And remember, you can make it at any size you want. You can make it with any paper you want, really. And however thick and how many pages, it's up to you. I also have links in the description for the videos that I used for the how-to aspect of it, because this is the first time I've done this. And so if you want to figure out how to do it too, those ones will give you a couple of options on how to do the binding part. They're pretty simple, really. And you can use just a minimum of equipment to do it. I mean, I don't have half the equipment I could have used. I mean, a guillotine would have been perfect. There we go. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this has such a lovely shimmer to it. The light really sparkles in the light, and it's so pretty. I like sparkly things. It must be in part magpie. There goes my noisy neighbour's car again. Not to be confused with nosy neighbours. I'll see you later, Titan. It's nice seeing you again. Right, so quickly give a dust over on the back cover. It's not dry, so I can't put it down. And then we'll be just about done. Remember, if you have any questions about the process I'm making, just pop them in the comments and I'll answer them as best as I can. If you have any other craft project ideas you'd like to see me do, put them down in the comments below and I'm happy to take a look. My crafting interests are wide and varied. Just about there. Just try not to get the cover too wet because we don't want the paper mache to go soft again. I am in love with this iridescent medium. So lovely. Right, check I've got everywhere. Just a spot. And that will dry clear and sparkly. There we go. Leave that to dry now. And that is the end of that project. So I'll have to think up what I'm doing next, make a decision because there's so many ideas that I want to do. And I will see you guys again sometime. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll start making some more videos when I've got the next project ready to go. Bye. Oh, sorry, Eliza. See your question. The metallic look that I'm using, it's called an iridescent medium. It's an Liquitex brand basics acrylic iridescent medium. Oops, there we go. I just brought that from my craft store. Our craft stores here called Spotlight. You guys might have them at Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. I can't remember what other stores. Michael's. It's another store you have over in America. But yeah, that's what I'm using. Thank you. All right, see you guys another time. Bye.